Alle bestimmt. There we go. Um, all right, everyone, welcome to first official episode of Tell Me I'm the Greatest podcast. And here we are today with free agent Travis Bagent himself.
My goodness, Artem, you, my friend, for the last 24 hours have been with No Limits, Devin Larratt. You told us that you had some amazing news that you were going to share with us regarding your trip down to Jupiter. So, without further ado, Artem Taranenko, take it.
Listen, before I start anything, I just want to start out by saying that I've been ambassador for this amazing company called Process. And at first I thought, you know what? I'm gonna be a little company that says me stuff. I'm gonna put some stories on Instagram, not a big deal. But you know what, Travis Bajan? Amazing products, and I've been eating everything they've been sending me from waffles and butter and all that stuff, and that's what made me so strong yesterday at the practice down south. But that's why I was so strong. Nobody even wanted to share me any juicy details yesterday, Travis Bajan. That was terrible.
Negative. Tell us exactly what was Devin thinking ever since he has blown up the whole league. What information did he give you?
So he refused to give me any major details, but from what I asked him, what was
What was the exact question you asked him? I will quote you from here on out.
well, I guess hold on. Can I start with can I start with the sentence? My first sentence was, "Hey, you're the enemy of the sport."
Nice.
That's how it starts.
That's a great way. That's a great way to lead in. That was a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
way to
yeah,
lead
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Did
And
he understand right away what you meant?
yeah, by doing this. Why?
Well, he has no clue. What are you talking about? What kind of allegations could you be talking about? And then you went, did you clarify to him? Well,
I said
I'm hearing
no.
all
I said,
kinds of stuff.
listen, why do you do what you do? And she goes, "Hey, well, I'm going to pull Vitali." And I'm like, "You're not gonna." You're like, "Why do you think not?" I'm like, "Because he cannot get the visa to get to Colorado. You can pull him in Azerbaijan, not in Colorado." To which she refused to agree with me at any point.
Wow.
And as of today,
Well,
hold
I
on,
just
hold on.
want you to know the only oh, go
Before
ahead.
you do it, before you do anything, there has been that has nothing to do with my personal information, but I don't know if you know that Devin Larratt has put out a story a couple hours ago on his Instagram saying that he got a phone call. I don't know from who and how. That's supposedly from some Brian Shaw, details, maybe Robert Baxter that Vitaly Lalatin's visa got approved. But I don't know if Brian Shaw and Devin Laird has pulled in Russian embassy anywhere and how it all works out, but all they say Vitaly has to go and get that visa. It's been approved.
Do we know when and where the matches are scheduled for in Colorado?
No, but I think me and you've talked about, and it's like it's at least we know it's August 15,
That's
right?
a Friday though.
Guys, fix us up in the chat. What are we talking about? When is Shaw Classic? When it's supposed to be on?
Yeah. All right. Well, yesterday I made a service, announcement, and I was being a little, I misguided our community a little bit. Now I thought that my sarcasm had came through. Like if I tell you that I just bought 50% of the East First West, and I decided to make myself the interim super heavyweight champion. and there will be a tournament to decide. Is any part of that sound like I'm being a little sarcastic and maybe it's not true? Right.
Yeah.
So yesterday I made the statement that about the 5 owners of the East versus West.
Well, who are the 5 owners, by the way?
Well, there is no 5 owners. That's the problem. Is that even though I was very funny and sarcastic and hilarious about setting up the situation where I would be crazy enough to say 5 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, there's only one owner, one guy, and his name is Robert Baxter. Now, there is a rumor that now there are 2 owners and that Mr. Dexter Tan does own a small percentage of East First West. And I did hear that from a very reputable source, right? So now what we're looking at is 1 owner or 2 owners. 1 or 2. 1 being Robert, definite. The second one being one Dexter Tan, and I'm sorry if I don't say it right. I think it's Dexter Tan. Could be Tan. I know it starts with a T and ends with an N. Put whatever vowels you want in there. So now, so that you guys know, there's an operating agreement though with Robert Baxter and Ingen Tersey. And it does, you can go find out on another channel how the specifics of that, but in short order, Ingen sets the matches, as we can clearly see, develops the relationship with the athletes to the point where they look at him for guidance and take his opinion, and most importantly, his existence in the league very seriously, right? So he's in charge of the matches. He's in charge of the rules and regulations. He's in charge of the staff when it comes to commentators and announcers. Now, we have to say commentators and announcers because that's where you kind of figure out what Ingen controls. So let's just be honest with that. Ingen gets to decide who arm wrestles. He gets to decide who talks about them while they're arm wrestling and who officiates them and under which type of rules. I believe wholeheartedly that he's the absolute best guy you could have for that job in the whole world. Okay? Small problem. My man's got visa problems. So sometimes that human being who is in charge of those specific things is not on site. Mm-hmm. He has been on site before and things have done pretty well. That's why he's got that job. He cannot be on site, right? So the business is sold. The operating agreement states clearly that he has some control over those parts of the arm wrestling. Now, which parts does he not have control of? He does not have control of promotion, right? He does the podcast with the guys, develops the relationship that he keeps pretty close, pretty smart decision on choosing that end of the media, right? The relationship part. But when it comes to Robert's in charge of the production and the promoting, right? That's what we're doing. And in the past, all of that was also Ingen's job. And Ingen chose to use Core Sports. Like it or not, Don, at times, did a pretty good job, I believe, with the stream quality. Am I right about that?
Yeah. He was on point with a lot of stuff.
He did a good enough job that you could say this one was fucking terrible.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know. That's where we're at, right? So now, with Ingen being in charge of all those things, but not being on site, he has to work with a director, director, manager, whatever you want to call that person that is in charge of camera one, camera two, who's flipping it, who's sound checking, who's setting up everything. Ingen and Don worked together on that. And obviously, since Don worked so many of them, it was a workable relationship. Dexter is that person now, and Dexter's crew would be Adam Silver and those guys. Okay? Ingen is in charge of all these things. Robert's in charge of these things. Robert's staff has difficulties. Ingen goes crazy, ape shit, right? They develop a problem, right? Now, the only problem there is that there is no problem because it's only Dexter or it's only Robert and Ingen. There's no problem, right? Now, since I was made a reference to the 5 owners, let's name the 5 people, right? So we have an operating agreement with Ingen, so I put him in the 5. All right, he's not in the 5. It's only 1 and maybe 2, but the 2 just became this way, if in fact so. The 3rd one was just clearly me saying that Ingen is involved because he has an operating agreement and you guys are feuding. You can't feud with someone that's not involved. So let's be clear. Robert Drink owns the league financially in court. The operating agreement.
You just said Robert Drank?
Robert Baxter. Ingen Tersey has an operating agreement. He's in charge of those things, and he's watching the stream. Mm-hmm. The stream's having trouble. So what does he do? He cusses out the producer and the director. Now, I don't know if he really cussed them out. That's just me talking, right? But for some reason, by the time the bad stream was over, there was a problem. Now, the star athlete, the fucking star athlete, who many think has a lot to do with manipulating the chain of command and maybe having a little something more to do with the league than he should. That person would be one Devin No Limits Larratt. I have been involved in many leagues, and because I was the best player, because I was the franchise player, I acted like I owned this fucking place too. Okay, so that was me being sarcastic. Like the 5 guys would be Robert, Ingen, Dexter, Devin Larratt. Now, for me to be a real asshole, jealous of the position that Devin is in, and the fact that he does have the ability to manipulate the situation and be a little involved where people would assume maybe that he's got a little bit more say-so than other athletes, right? And then in the meeting, hearing Miss Jody Larratt talk, I threw her name in there. That's the 5 people. It's not true, guys. 5 people do not own the league. Only one person owns the league. He may have gave a small amount to Dexter. He has an operating agreement with Ingen. And the thing with Jody and Devin is just me trying to be funny with you people. But I do want to make sure that that is clarified.
Well, we appreciate you clarification, Travis Bagent. And while you were saying all that, we had $4.99 super chat from Proving Astrology. East vs. West said they had a U.S. senator helping them with high priority visas. The event is on Friday now to fit the show classic schedule, I think. Thank you, Proving Astrology. So,
man, if I could somehow remain employed and they do this on a Friday, I can still make my event on Saturday the 16th. This will be crazy.
It's like it's meant to be.
Crazy. So, listen, let's just talk about what the remedy is here, man. I have had the unfortunate or fortunate position to talk to two of the most important people, I think, Ingen Terzi and Robert Baxter. Both of them don't seem too far apart from working with each other still.
Okay.
Now, how far apart are Dexter and Ingen? How far away are the Larratts and Ingen? Here's the real truth. It shouldn't matter. Ingen and Robert should be up there on the mountaintop together, and every time that one of Robert's friends gets cussed out by the operating agreement, it just so it happens. Don't hire your friend. That way you won't be that upset when you got to fire them. And Ingen and Robert should go to the top, have their meeting, make sure that they both understand that that operating agreement will remain. And that Robert has to tell Ingen, hey, my man, I got to fire every other person because of you. I'm getting tired of that shit. Try your best to work better. Get your visa things worked out so you can be a little more hands-on. Whatever the deal is, if it's not in your scope, don't ask a question about it. Don't say nothing about it because we are fighting trying to get this production thing down. Ingen can do his job like a master, right? That scope that he has no problem being fantastic at it. Robert has to be fantastic at his part. And part of that is hiring the day-to-day production. And if he puts that on Dexter, then it's still Robert's fault. And as far as Devin Larratt, it's very simple, my man. I love you to death, but if you're a friend of mine, this is Robert Baxter talking to Devin. Devin, did you die? No, you did not die. So stop talking about your conflict with Ingen. You have it. You had it. It happened. Okay. I don't care. This is Robert Baxter telling Devin he does not care about his previous problems with one Ingen Terzi. And as a friend of mine, Devin, not of Travis Bagent, I want to make sure I'm perfectly fucking clear to you motherfucking fans, right? I am Robert Baxter. I am talking to Devin Larratt, and I am expressing to him that I have spent a lot of money to make this happen. Unless you hate me, please just stay in your lane. Your lane is that you are the best arm wrestling product we have. Because of that, we pay you this much per show. We want you to continue to be you. We do not need your help in promotions, matchmaking, referees, commentators, corner men. We don't want your help. We are terrified of your help in fear that the rest of the roster will feel a certain way. Now, Devin, unless you hate me, please God, let me get my money back. If they just do that, they are fine. And listen, this is a tough thing too. And I do not know Dexter well enough to know if I'm ready to, but him and Robert must have such a relationship that, because if I'm him, I'm telling Dexter, hey man, you're my friend. I don't want you to hate me. So because of that, I am relieving you of this responsibility of working with one Ingen Terzi. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be tough. The man's not going to be here, and he wants the thing to be on point. And if Robert and Dexter must continue, neither one of them need to be working that day of the event.
Nope.
Neither one of you are working. That way, you can't be incompetent at the job. And don't say, and we're not all mad at you. It's not like you've been doing production your whole life and that you should be able to do this. This is new to you. It's very hard. So you two, if you're both the owners, right? But don't tell me that one of them is in charge of the day-to-day tournament director, because hey, that's a tough job, especially if the young Turk is overlooking it. You need an alpha stud in there to handle where the hell everybody goes and what the rules are and how to implement them. So that's, and listen, and you have to get it done. Robert
Hey,
has
little
to
brother.
have that conversation. Hey, what's the
Little brother, Travis. What up, Artem?
let's
How's it
go,
going, bro?
bro.
Did you
Are
say
you
producer?
hearing all this stuff?
Yeah, are you looking for what production?
That's exactly. Are you kidding me?
Did
Can
you
you
say,
handle the job?
were you talking to the skinny pimp?
Can you handle Ingen calling you saying camera two's a bad angle?
Well,
Jesus Christ,
Ingen's a great
Cobra!
man. Ingen would never say a disparaging word against me, neither I him. I love all arm wrestlers, even the ones that try to slip.
Well, I can tell you for certainty that from the outside looking in, getting someone to crush that production would be very, very good for East First West.
Travis, if you need something, I can produce shows for you. You know
Well,
that.
I don't listen. Are you kidding me? I'm not even on the staff. I mean, I
Oh,
got
what are you?
fired 3 times since Saturday.
It's
Oh,
Saturday, man.
you're talking about another organization. I thought you were talking about yours. You needed production.
Oh no, no, sir, no, sir. I am completely
Handle.
tapped out financially. There's no production on this coming.
Well, if you need a
Yeah,
couple bucks, just holler at the skinny pimp.
Yeah.
Listen,
we got you. We got you, Andrew. Hey, we got a couple spear money. We got a couple super chats here. So first one, Aussie arm wrestler, $5. Travis, how dare you be funny in this situation? Keep being keep being awesome to both of you. Thank you, Aussie arm wrestlers. Yeah, Travis, how dare you be
I felt
funny?
like the Aussie arm wrestler should have pushed Don a little bit more.
He could, he could.
He could have, because listen, you know what Don said I thought was hilarious, Cobra, is he said since he sold the debt ain't his. And I'm like, yo, bro, I mean, you created the debt, my
Ah,
dog. Like, until the debt gets paid off, I don't know how to tell you this, but
he
you're
created it.
responsible, my man.
He
Oh my
created it.
God.
Yeah.
Which you know what? I want to know how Don did it, because I do feel like I have a good enough system that if you gave me 10 tries at it and I didn't have to pay nobody, I would kill it by the 11th one. Right?
Yeah, let's keep coming back.
I mean, my goodness, every time my man Marvin has a one that he doesn't pay anybody, he's got to take 3 years off.
hey,
Don just
hey,
kept rolling. Don
don't
just
you
kept
ever, hey,
rolling.
don't you ever,
What are you talking about?
man, I don't want to hear Marvin's name out your mouth.
Oh,
Unless it's
now
one
you
thing.
and Marvin was in that tournament together.
All right, we got proving astrology at $499. Robert's post seemed to indicate that Angin's rights were contingent on him continuing to be a contractor, and Angin quit.
Yeah, no doubt. I know. Listen, if you created East First West and you are on your 30th show as the boss, and you could not believe the broadcast. When I spoke to Ingen today, he told me that there was not one thing correct about the picture that you were watching. He said you couldn't hear Neil's voice at the beginning. My voice was muffled. There was no score. There was no logo. Like, just unbelievable. So you have to imagine that that would be what you were thinking, right? Like, he's, and you know him. He's calling. He's calling every 2 seconds, Artem, begging for someone to fix it. So what do you think is happening? You don't think somebody would be like, I would look right at my wife and be like, I quit. I can't do this no more. I can't do. And if you're trying to do the work, Artem, then you definitely don't want to hear this guy's voice when you're panicked like that. So this is not a big deal. Like, it's just like all that matters is that when the owner of the team calls when he calls the head coach, he don't want to listen to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. He just wants to talk to the head coach.
Yeah, straight to Belichick. Straight to Belichick.
My dog, fix this. Robert and Dexter, the streaming was bad enough to incite the Ingen to go crazy. And you can't blame him. Of course, if you was working that stream, Artem, and it was doing bad, that this dude would be calling you.
100%. 100%.
Come on, that's no big deal. And let's just make sure that the stream gets better. The matches, hey, listen, here's the deal. Let's just be honest. The matches don't need to get better. The reffing, I don't think it's ever going to get better, because how could it? It's not the refs.
Reffing is a tough gig. Reffing is a tough gig.
It's the two guys. If they do a bunch of crazy shit, it's going to be crazy. The commentators and the announcers. I'm not saying I'm the man, but if I was going to have an event, I would hire Neil, Coach Ray, Neil Pickup, Ryan Bowen. I would do some of it. I would hire Cobra Rhodes. I would hire Derek Smith. I would do the same shit that Ingen did. There's no doubt about that's the guys you would use. So all the parts that are outlined in his scope are done very well, at least from the outside looking in. The streaming's got to get better, right? And I'm sure it will. But don't blow this up because you had a bad stream. Just get a new producer, director, or whatever it is to satisfy what needs to be satisfied, which is the stream, right? Or stay with the same staff and go back to Arlington, where the last time you did a good stream. Just go back to Turkey. I mean, just stay away from Chicago, Weston, because that right there was not it. That right there was what we call a bad stream.
Chicago only 2 hours from my house, man.
That was, and you know, sure, it was difficult.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it was. But I'm going to tell you something. The thing was awesome, except the stream was bad. Now they should not break up, bro. Don't break up. Robert and Ingen need to get together and know that it's like a marriage, right? You walk in, your wife's got 17 people there in her ear talking about you gotta change your ways. They divorcing, you can't see the kids, all that. All of a sudden, you go over there, you snatch your wife up, you take her in the back room, you and her talk it out. When it's over, you walk out, tell everybody, get the fuck out.
Live chat.
Because this is our family, right? Robert's family is Robert and Ingen. That's the first family. That's the husband, wife, the mom, dad. Everybody else needs to relax. If you're telling Robert to get away from Ingen and that's your opinion and that's your advice, you're an enemy of arm wrestling. And the same thing on Ingen's side. If there's anybody there that says, hey man, you can get out and they'll be okay, that's not a good look either. All right? Not a good look. Not a good look. So get together, guys. Get together.
All right, I got $10 super chat from Benji Mac. Fun times on my birthday weekend. Wish it ends well. I believe it started from misunderstanding.
Nice. I'm getting ready to go on Henry's show here in a minute.
Okay.
Henry says live, 200 people watching.
Well, yeah, because we got 700 here. So he wants
700?
We got
Benji Mac. I thought when you said 200 people was watching, I thought we was averaging 42 people. I was impressed.
You got a ton of people in here, T.
We got 25 Nokias from Plizmis Shagmishvili. He goes, Travis, can I come to USA? You and me train and go to discotheque. Yeah.
We can do everything but train.
Ah! My man is out. All right. Oh boy, I should have read that before. All right, 20-pound super chat from Diabolical Billy. Boy, what a shit show. That what happens when you promote a Deliveroo driver to COO. Dexter went from dropping Baxter's burgers to dropping integrity. Now the whole event's running like a three-legged dog on ice with diarrhea.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy is awesome.
and you know what, too? You tell me any human being, regardless of the business they came from, that could walk into that arm wrestling and understand all the small things that you would have to know in order, like you would never think about the question when the guy walks up to you and says, we need 2 risers because my wife is already, and the guy that doesn't know arm wrestling is like, riser? What are you talking about? Right? He wouldn't know. They don't know any. You don't know anything, and there's no way of knowing.
Mm-hmm.
But you come from some sort of, and listen, all the people on the staff, dude, they're rock solid at the job they can do. Like, very rock solid. Like, you don't have to ask Neil and me. All we need is a small bit of direction there, very small, and you can move on to the next part. So, I would urge Robert to hire if Ingen's not going to be on site, there needs to be a person in charge that got some very thick, tough skin, that is the smartest arm wrestling guy in the room. And that's going to have an answer for every small little detailed question and prevent things that you wouldn't imagine that you'd have to think about. You can prevent them right away, like the number of people in your corner, right? Like which guys to send on the media hits, how to handle the city of Chicago with all the pockets of different nationalities. I mean, all of that stuff, I'm sure that Dexter, Robert, and all their whole staff will get better at. But my man, right now, it's time to utilize the people that really know how to do it, Artem. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag, but man, if I ain't
2
that
hours
fucking
away.
dude, I want to meet him.
Come on now. You already met him. Listen, hey Travis, what are you down to 260 now?
Come on, dog. I'm getting ready for football season, man. Relax.
All right, we
Hey,
got.
when you rich, the last thing you want to be is 290.
Ah, come on, man. We got a $99.99 super chat from Humberto
Call you right
Pompo.
back.
Goes, Travis, I heard that they were giving $100 donations in Henry's stream. So I think,
Hey, don't worry about it. Listen,
I'm reading the
don't.
$100 super chat and my man is out. Oh, that's just disrespectful, Travis Bagent. Come on now.
You're gonna realize you're dealing with T, man. This is T. He's got things to do. You got the skinny pimp still. Don't worry about it. You want to talk about arm wrestling? Let's talk
Hold
about
on, we
arm
got
wrestling.
a couple super chats to read, man. Hold on. We got this, Cobra. We got this. We got $5 super chat from Tasmana. Well, actually, first of all, Mr. Humberto, thank you for $100 super chat. If you can beat Henry's stream and go, I don't know what's the next step.
Well,
102. I would love to do that. We'll go crazy. Okay. Now, $5 super chat from Tasmanaut. Production was always shit. Hanging Black thousands for saying so. At least the USA has the atmosphere. All right, that's a fair take. That's a fair take from the Tasmanaut. Oh, Travis keeps coming back. Let's try it. Let's try it again.
hey Arden, you guys, I'll catch up with you.
All righty,
How's the people?
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Hey T, we'll do it again.
Later, bro.
Trav, you disrespected the comedian by quitting on the $100 super chat. I feel like.
Oh, no. I got to go there. I'm going to go. Are they done?
Oh, who?
Henry and them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, because is that who gave you $100 super chat?
No, Humberto Pombo. I don't know who that is. I think it was made for another stream, but
What did he say?
that Travis, I heard that they were giving $100 donations in Henry's stream. I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, that's what Benji told me to get on Henry's stream to get $100 donation. But where's the donation going?
Yeah, to Henry's pocket. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Henry is money
I
too.
don't care though. I'm gonna still jump on there with Henry. I'm gonna tell him.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody have any like there is no better advice than that advice, right? Like, hey, Robert and Ingen, get together. Don't let any other voice in your brain talk to either one of you separately ever again.
Well, if you know the situation for sure, right? Because if you don't, then you're like, oh yeah, yeah, go ahead, my man. You don't know like how much control and loyalty certain people have, so they have to be together, man. So,
Yeah, you got me. Especially now. I mean, let's just say that everybody kind of pulled out their cards a little bit. Well, now we can tell that they are both, England's got as much power as you can have for owning 0% of the league. I mean, come on, dude. And listen, it's not even close. He should be the guy running the league. You can tell by the loyalty. I mean, who else has access to those athletes? Nobody.
oh my God, that's true.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody. So that's the thing. Devin just needs to stay in his lane and be the outrageously gifted, phenomenal athlete that he is. And that's it, my man. You got no administrative responsibilities. We'll let you know where your t-shirt is, what time you arm wrestle. That's it. And let's keep it down. Keep it down and keep it limited to your guests. Keep your guests limited.
That hey,
And if that means we got to pay more because you're doing us a favor financially, as long as you can ease into the administration, no administrational duties. Now, how much does it cost for you to arm wrestle? And if we can work it out, wait, we need you. We want you. You're the prize guy.
let us know. We got Vic Super Chat. It's 189 from Eli Arm Wrestling Channel, assuming. Travis, make it happen. Eli versus your son Artem in Colorado. And let me see who's Eli. Let me see who's
Didn't Eli get blocked? He said somebody blocked him.
I don't know which Eli it is. There's a lot of them. Oh, this is Eli Saidov, son. Okay. Oh, I like the super chat. So, hey, speaking in your words, I feel like since Eli used to beat me in the past, right? But now, like in this prominent time of like East versus West finals, I've been beating Eli here and there, right? And now every time me and Eli in the same room, he looks at me funny, right? She's always and now she's definitely like, I don't know, the nutrition, the sauce, maybe she wakes up early in the morning. I don't know. My man looks a little bit different, right? You can see that there's changes happening, right? So the looks are a little more aggressive, a little bit more. So now that's why I think he's super excited to do get me in the match because I keep seeing that. I just I don't know who else is interested, but it could be a good match. So apparently, since you're the sixth CEO, Travis, I think you
Yeah,
want
exactly. Hey, let's reiterate. There's one owner, Robert Madison.
to.
Hey, and listen, here's another thing that I am, you want to go a little conspiracy theory, and you realize that Robert is already 10 steps ahead of us and about to sign a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix, and he could care less about what everybody thinks about what's going on. Now, that would be very good news too.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm down with that. Like, I've appeared to be uneducated because I had so much information. So I'm not putting that past these guys either, and that goes for Dexter too. Maybe y'all know something I don't know. But I was there. The production organization was shaky, ain't no doubt about it, and because of that, there was some hostility from some of the peoples. That's not uncommon. What is uncommon is that we would have any outside interference from anybody that didn't either have some ownership and or has a partnership agreement, contractually. So that's all they got to do. I think we're in good shape.
Okay, we got $2 super chat, £2 from Dragos Bororenko. They just money, and they got 5.99 euro from Andre. So they just super chats and they send the messages. If you guys wanted to send a message, I'll read it, but I don't see it. But hold on, I think I got one more. I got a couple more actually. Hold on. Oh, we're okay. Dragos Bororenko, you missed my super chat, my friend. No, I did not. I just hold on. Oh my God.
That's why you don't do super chats.
Well, no. I don't miss the super chats. I'm reading them one by one. So Dragos, you send one with no message. I just read that one. I just read Andres with no message, and I'm just scrolling by. I'm just keep scrolling, and then I see another Dragos. Five
Whoa.
5 year super chat. Dragos, I'm reading it now. Um, of Devin was cheating before. Now, as he is part of East versus West. Bye bye. God bless the others.
Yeah, he's not a part of it. I just told y'all that he is not an owner. He
What's
is
up,
not
Team?
an owner.
What's
That
up,
was
Team
me being
Talmadge?
that was me being a little funny about the fact that he was. He is not. But I do think that what you're saying is that if he has a more influence and there is no Ingen, that he would become even more unable to ref. That is a valid argument that I'm sure the fans don't believe, but his competitors may not be as comfortable, but maybe not too. Once again, this deal with Devin may have a multi-million-dollar offer on the table that requires him to make the rules different. If that is true, then I want to apologize, Mr. Larratt, for standing in your way in any form or fashion, or anybody else that's trying to make money. And note that I am I know my lane. My lane is a contracted week to week, show to show, maybe when it comes to being in that production. And I understand that. No problem. So I am in no high ground, no position to tell anybody what to do. But it would suck if this thing crumbles to the ground and it's not able to pick up the momentum. And it's because these two guys couldn't get along with some of the other guys, because it's not as much Robert and Ingen as it is Ingen and guys that he feels are in Robert's, are either in his ear or on his staff. So yeah, work that shit out. That's all it is. Bottom line, work that shit out.
We got Andres 5.99 super chat. Devon clown emoji is a snake in the grass. And a snake emoji. Very aggressive, sir. Very aggressive. But we do appreciate your opinion. Um, we got Elliot Berry with $5 super chat. Dana White should buy East versus West and promote the living hell out of it. The UFC was in a similar place in the early years. He could make it happen.
I'm down with Dana. I'm down with Dana Dane. No doubt. No doubt.
Uh,
All right, can we get the hell off of this
oh
thing?
no, my sir. We have a couple more super chats. You got in it, and we have some conversations to do. Uh, Travis from Prismas Shagmichwili. Travis, I need visa. You have cousins want marriage? uh Dragos Borenko with £2. You missed my super chat, my friend, and I did.
ah!
We read that. No, that's what I read. That's what I read. 3403003 with 110 tries. I assume with Turkish. No, that's not. Someone takes the son you've been struggling to raise, says I'll take care of him under your supervision, but turns around and sells him to the 4 other people without even letting you see him again.
Yeah. That would be true if there were 5, but there is not 5. There is one owner. His name is Robert Baxter. But yeah, they need to work this out, man. There's too much momentum. They should go to, what is that place? Bakra, Alabajan, whatever. They ought to go to there and the Sean and the the Brian Shaw thing.
I agree.
Go to both of them. Make some money. Make some money. All right, I gotta go, man.
Oh, hell no. You got one more super chat.
Where's all this super chat money go to?
It's me.
Damn, Artem is killing them right now.
I offered you half once. You're like, oh man, don't ever send you the money.
Nah, just do the fucking flyer as soon as I call and don't be negotiating. Next time you tell me to pay you, I'm gonna be like $4.99 super chat. That's what it is.
Oh man, $4.99 super chat from Dan.
$4.99 super chat. It's $4.99 super chat.
On the bright side from all this is Coach Ray no longer being blacklisted by Enging.
Yeah, you know what? That is terrible. I don't know anything about that. Is that true? Has anyone said that out loud, or is that an assumption?
You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna go to the
Because I do agree that I love and miss some Coach Ray.
So from you know what? What was the what did the super chat actually say once again? Thin ice with that boss all the time. It feels like it can be. It can be.
Yeah, and it is tough too, because I mean, it is like in any other profession, right? When you are at the highest level, the ABC announcers can't work at CBS and all that. It's only when the money doesn't translate to the rules. It's like, yo, bro, you got enough money and enough gig to make me never arm wrestle. I mean, and you can tell too. Coach Ray's the type of guy that'll show up 3 days early and arm wrestle a bunch too. Like, so that's always been a tough gig, man. When you can hire somebody to do something you think is awesome, you got to know that that's only one weekend in their life, and that there's 51 other weekends. Tough. But I hope, man, because I tell you right now, Coach Ray's awesome.
I heard, you know what, and I'm trying to say, oh, so somebody said Coach Ray said it himself, Engen banned him. So I want to see if there's somebody says like more directly, because from what I've heard.
All right, I gotta go. Casey's calling like 30 times, so she's just gonna ruin the podcast.
I got you. Well, tell Casey we said hi. We appreciate your business. Oh, and he disappeared just like that. All right. Well, guys, I'm pretty sure from what I heard, um, I've heard Coach Trey said that he was he blacklisted officially, or what was going on? It was something funny, but he made it sound like he got a award, right? Or like I got not he made it sound, but like I heard it like somebody said it or I read it somewhere, but I didn't know if I was back.
You called me like 30 times, so hey, she just walks in. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, she didn't know. She said it was accident. I was like, man, I gotta get off here. This is the fourth time she done called.
And it's funny, you and Cobra wanted to come in back at the same time.
Nice.
What's up, Cobra?
Go ahead, Cobra. Talk a little bit. Let me hear your voice.
Huh? What do you want to hear about the skinny pimp?
I don't care. I want to know how y'all. I
What's
just want you to carry the audience. Just carry the audience.
What do you want to talk about?
What's going
Listen,
on?
I can't be
What's going on live? What's going on in life of Cobra Rhodes?
What's going on in my life? I've been doing some auditions, been doing some uncredited stunt work, and selling cars, of course. Already got 27 cars out this month, man. It's brutal.
All right, all right. Yeah. Economy good, doing good for you, Cobra.
Used cars, man. Used cars. That tariff talk, nobody wants to buy new cars. So come see me for used cars. I got you. I got search and locate. I'm sending cars all over the country right now.
What can you give me for my Kia Soul, man? They got a lot of miles in them, man. I gotta get it out, man.
Send me the VIN. Send me the VIN. Send me the miles. Send me a couple pics. And you know I'm not much of giving. I will share, but I don't give.
It's a fully loaded one now. It's a turbo 2022, man. Help me out, man.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
2022 turbo, sunroof, everything.
He only owes $64,000 on it.
I
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
own
say.
anything. I pay cash. It does have a lot of miles in
Yeah. So you got
around.
the title. All right.
I got the title in hand.
Send me the VIN.
I got you, man. I got you.
What are you trying? What are you trying to get into?
Oh, I was trying to get into McCann.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get extra cash into my can, but before my soul gets too low, man, I'm trying to get some money out of it. But I think at this point, with getting close to 90,000, it's probably worth like fucking 3 grand, man.
Damn it.
So hey, you find me a fresh McCann, man. You talk to me, okay? Yeah, I want
I
to
will. I
talk.
will.
I got cash. I got cash.
I haven't been on one of these chats. Like I'm like
I
anti-chat
don't
boy
want,
these days.
I don't want no payment now. Or. Well, no, it's additional. It's additional. But.
Aren't you a world champion arm wrestler? You got lots of money,
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
huh?
Who even buys Kia? People who wanna save on cash and don't wanna worry about maintenance because I got Telluride and I got the Soul and no problems, no problems, no problems. We got super chat from $99 from Proving Astrology. Have you seen the text where Engen allegedly quit when they fire Roman before the event? Dexter also said that Engen announced the Baku matches after Robert committed to the show classic venue. Aha. Well, I'm not. Well, I guess you can see the stuff everywhere, but no, I have not seen that, and I didn't know that they. I mean, I don't know how. I don't believe. Not that I don't believe, but the firing and hiring of all those dudes like Coach Trey and Roman and all that stuff, I don't believe it's ever been on words. Like I believe they just stopped talking to you. Like I full blown went to Turkey as they just silently stopped working with me, even though I had a couple jobs. Right? I'm a photographer, videographer. I do translation. I do this. By the time I got to Turkey, I was replaced out of single one of them, and
By
nobody
whom?
talked to me. And nobody talked to me, and I tried to talk about it, and like there was just no communication. So the whole like they fired you. I don't know. They can fire you. They really just don't invite you, right? Or the communication gets really weird. Like I don't know if anybody, unless you really fucked it up, like from production part. I rarely heard somebody was getting said words like, "Hey, you fired, you're not come back." I think they don't really have. Nobody has that power over there, right? They need some pimp energy, Cobra. They need some Travis over there to be like, "Yo, don't ever come back."
Any arm wrestler, anyone in the game needs some help. I will gladly help them if I can. If I can't help you, then I simply cannot help you. But I will help anyone that is deserving if I can. I mean, I'm only one man, so you know,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
What's what's your current What's your current state of your arms, Cobra? Are you getting the itch sometimes? Are you watching
No,
stuff and you want to be
no,
like, oh, let me pull something? No, not at all.
nah, no desire to pull, man. That cut into my golf game, bro. You
Okay,
know,
and
I mean, shit, my 7-iron, I'm running it out there about a buck 85. That's about as good as I've hit the ball, you know?
I got you. What about anything for fitness besides golf? Do you work out, running, walking? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm still working out with the fighters and all that, but I mean, I'm the same shit I've been doing forever. Hitting the heavy bag and fucking letting fighters beat my ass,
I got
learning. They're working out of my chokes, you know? I
you.
mean, everybody knows, I've said it a million times. If you can escape a seasoned arm wrestler's choke, you can escape the greatest fighters in the world's choke. If
Respect
the
it.
choke is known, if the person knows how to apply the choke or the lock or the submission, if you with what we do with our back pressure, with our hand strength, that's a pro fighter cannot. Uh, if they can escape our chokes, they can escape the best in the world in their forms choke. It's just a fact. I'm not saying we can whoop a pro fighter's ass. I'm just saying once the lock is in there with an arm wrestler that knows what's going on, it's game over. Yep.
I
Does
respect
that
that.
make sense? I don't need any hate
No,
mail
no.
or anything. I'm just saying arm wrestlers' hands are different. We're fucking different. So if anybody wants to cry or be a panty waste about it, come fucking see me. I'll show you.
I respect it. Do you still climb the rope or no?
Say it again.
Do you still climb the rope?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Still have the piston. Still have the 40-pound piston I used to hold
I got you. I
from the
love.
jet.
So hey, then you know what? Before we can
Your volume's way down, bro.
huh? I got you.
Your vo-
My bad. I'll be loud and clear. Maybe your cigarette's too loud, man. Be careful now. Hey,
It's a disguise. It's not a cigarette.
oh, respect that. I respect that. Hey, so question then. That now that you know, with where you are in life, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh man, how do I phrase it? What do you suggest to an arm wrestler? If you're thinking, like, because all the arm wrestlers always try to figure it out, right? How to do better, how to get better. And now you have your experience and you're not even like maybe that interested, right? You maybe have a
No, no,
different
I am.
outlook.
I still help guys. I still people bring me in for training, but I think the most important thing about arm wrestlers now, I mean, what I did was I closed my hand on people,
Okay,
and no matter what, no matter where in the battle, I was committed to going into the fire. When when your opponent's running away trying to slip, you already got a bigger cock than him. You know what I mean?
all right, okay,
So I mean, I was arm wrestling, but when I look back at it, I wasn't injuring my opponents. I was punishing them for trying to get away. You
okay,
understand? And that's the most important thing in arm wrestling is make your opponent pay. And
okay,
when you're in good position, don't panic. If you train, you have endurance. What's your big hurry to win? I know, of course, a flash pin is beautiful, but if you're in a grind or a match and you end up in the upper hand in position, don't panic. There's no reason for an elbow foul or jumping. Get your body in the position, your hands in the position, behind your shoulder or wherever you need it to find the path of least resistance. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? You get in
okay,
the right position, you turn King Kong into friggin' Gilligan, you know?
okay, okay. I
Just
love
part of it. You got to commit. Commit. Don't be afraid. And don't be afraid to not win. Don't be afraid to not win.
I
Be
like that.
afraid.
I
Be
like that.
afraid of losing.
Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah,
Don't
yeah.
be a loser.
How Tanahashi said that your first plan should be to win, your second plan should be to not to lose.
Oh, did someone say that? Yeah. No, that's all.
Tanahashi said that, yeah.
That's the only fear I had. I did well, losing didn't sit well with me. That's why I really did it. I believe. I don't know. I haven't cut. There's thousands of matches. I have no friggin' idea. And a lot of that film, as you know, people aren't trying to show it. You know, and you understand why. 220-pound man, 280-pound man ain't trying to show you the skinny pimp giving him wind burn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
that's different. I mean, that's me. That's the past. That doesn't matter now. Now for the future, I just wish guys would hang on, close their hands, and get in there and commit like men, mm, mm, or women. But now it's 2025, so you can be whatever you want. They're gonna need a strawberry division and oh well, I identify as a peach. Okay, you're in the peach class. Lightweight peaches on deck. You know, that's what millions of peaches. See a lot? Hey, you see it, Mala? Can you see my lot? I can't see what you're seeing.
No, because you have a background. You have
Oh, I did it backward.
commercial
Oh,
background behind you.
oh,
Yeah, we can
all right,
oversee
all
you.
right, all right. Never mind. What's in my background?
You have a
Oh,
beautiful statue behind you.
yes, Benin. So some of my ancestors are from Benin. All right, man.
I love it, sir. Well, we're gonna head out. Thank you for joining us today.
Love
And
you. All right, guys.
thank you for all the
Go hard.
advices. Yes, sir. Oh, somebody rocking the WO stuff. All right, I love it. I love it. I love it. Arm wrestling.